There is something immensely satisfying about watching this cat make its way along the suspension cables of this bridge. It's almost like watching a feline tightrope walker. But our daredevil here has a very important mission. Winds are howling, rain is pouring, and a human's life may very well depend on the arrival of this brave kitty's delivery. But on the other side of the bridge, a repair worker has become stranded and is in desperate need of some assistance. But how can help be sent to him when the bridge is so dangerous to traverse? Enter our hero, a white, lean, and apparently fearless cat with nerves of steel. Our cat begins his journey at the top of one of the bridge's towers. From here, he will jump onto the suspension cables and make his way across to the stranded worker. With each step, he carefully places his paws on the cable, keeping his body low to the wire to keep himself balanced. The wind is swirling around him, but our cat remains focused on the task at hand. He has a walkie-talkie in his mouth that he needs to get to the stranded worker as soon as possible. A few moments into his journey, the cat stops and looks back the way he came. Perhaps he is checking to see if anyone is coming to help him, or maybe he is just making sure there is no danger lurking behind. Either way, he's only briefly distracted from his mission, and soon he's moving forward again. Getting closer and closer to the stranded worker. To help secure the walkie-talkie in his mouth, the cat uses a red bandana tied around his neck. The device looks way too big for the kitty, but somehow he manages to hold on to it with ease. As he continues his journey, the wind picks up and the rain pours down even harder. But our cat doesn't seem to mind. He's got his eyes on the prize and he's not about to give up now. On the other side of the bridge, the stranded worker looks up in the sky and waves his arms, most likely calling out for a helicopter to come and rescue him. And speaking of helicopters, that's actually what the cat is waiting for. He knows that he can't save the worker by himself. But he can do his part to help by holding on to the walkie-talkie until help arrives. The helicopter eventually spots the worker and hoists him up into the air to safety, but they don't leave without the cat either. After all, he's the one who made it possible for the worker to be found in the first place. The helicopter gently scoops up the kitty and sets him down on solid ground. Now, safely on the ground, the cat shakes himself off and looks up at the helicopter with a satisfied meow. He knows he did a good job, and he is probably wondering where his next adventure will take him. The stranded worker, on the other hand, is probably wondering how he's going to repay the debt he owes to his furry little savior. This story was originally published by our friends at Rumble,